Hi everyone, you can call me Psycho, and I have been a Nintendo fan since I was 6 years old. For my 6th birthday, my parents gave me a DS Lite and 2 different games. The first of those games was New Super Mario Bros. And the first time I played that game, I cried. Because I couldn't figure out how to get past the first Goomba in World 1-1, and that was upsetting to me. But I still played the hell out of that game throughout my childhood, and to this day it still remains one of my favorite platformers of all time. But the other game that I received for this birthday no doubt changed my life and turned me into the gamer that I unfortunately am today, and that game was Mario Kart DS. I've always enjoyed Mario Kart more than Mario platformers, even though 6-year-old me had probably the same amount of success playing Mario Kart as he did in New Super Mario Bros. I always just enjoyed playing around, finding out what all the different items did, trying out the different characters and vehicles and seeing how they all differed from each other, until eventually I could easily beat all of the cups in the game on 50cc. And then I found out that 100cc and 150cc existed. Unlocked more characters, played countless versus races against the bots still because I had no friends. And then once I eventually upgraded to the 3DS, I got Mario Kart 7, and the cycle repeated itself. I went for a long time without upgrading from 3DS to Switch. I was just very satisfied with the games that I had on 3DS, and while I thought all the games that Nintendo was coming out with for the Switch looked really cool, none of them really enticed me to go out and purchase the console. With the exception of one game, which technically wasn't even a game original to Switch, and that game is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. When I got my first full-time job as an adult, I went out and I got myself my very own Nintendo Switch OLED model, along with this copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is the game that convinced me to finally buy a Switch, and it is my most played game on Switch to this day. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is an anomaly of a video game. It's by far the best-selling game on the Nintendo Switch, despite originally releasing on a console that most people who own a Switch probably don't even know existed. As a kid, I remember playing the demo version of Mario Kart 8 on a Wii U set up at my local Target store and just being absolutely blown away by the graphics, just captivated that a Mario Kart game could look as good as it did. And the game looks just as good, if not better, on the Nintendo Switch. The character and vehicle models, the environments, the lighting, the effects, all mesh together to create what I consider to be one of the best looking video games of all time. The Mario Kart series is known for having great driving mechanics. The core gameplay of driving around tight corners using drifts and charging up mini turbo boosts has always been so fun and satisfying. And this game takes that one step further by adding a third stage of mini turbo to incentivize deliberate and precise drifting. This game has the best feeling driving mechanics in the series by far. The visuals, controls, intuitiveness, and even subtle controller vibrations add to the immersion and give a sense of weight to every single action made in the game in a way that no other Mario Kart game has really perfected until now. But of course, a Mario Kart game isn't complete without an arsenal of chaotic and ridiculous items to sabotage other racers with. This game once again goes another step further in that department by adding double item boxes and 2 item slots for each player, essentially doubling the opportunities for unpredictable chaos on the racetrack. I played the hell out of this game when I first got my Switch. I even bought the Booster Course Pass DLC before realizing that it came free with a Nintendo Switch Online subscription, and before realizing that most of the tracks on it look like. But speaking of online, the online community for this game is incredible. You will never have a difficulty finding a room online of people at your similar skill level, essentially giving you unlimited replayability. You will never have the same race twice due to the chaotic unpredictability of this game, and that's what makes it so damn fun. And while it has its issues with Nintendo's online servers, and you'll never have a shortage of the infamous lag trails, none of that has really ever taken away from the online experience for me. And while I'm talking about the online community, I have to mention the content creators that opened my eyes to the sheer amount of depth and versatility that this game actually has to offer, especially at a more advanced level. I've had countless hours of entertainment from channels like Hydrix, Shortcat, RTAT120, and more, and being able to watch these great players and great creators and learn about a competitive scene for this game that's run entirely by the fans through Discord have just made me absolutely fall in love with this game and its community. And finally, no Mario Kart game, in my opinion, is complete without a time trials mode. I started playing time trials in an attempt to improve my skills so I could perform better in online races. And while it did help me do that to a certain extent, I realized in the process that I enjoyed time trials much more than the actual racing, which I never would have expected. There's something about just playing the same track over and over again and learning every twist and turn of the track to where you can gradually see yourself improve over time that is just so satisfying and addictive. I probably spent close to 20 hours in the past 2 weeks on just Yoshi's Circuit alone, which was probably my favorite track in the game. And it's still so satisfying every time I see a gradual improvement and I'm able to beat my time. You might remember me talking about when I was 6 years old and I was very upset about not being able to beat the first level on New Super Mario Bros. On DS. I wanted instant gratification. I wanted to immediately be great at every game I played, and I didn't understand why I couldn't. I had the same attitude toward games and honestly other things in my life for a very long time, but I can honestly say that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and playing time trials has helped change that. It taught me that success is so much more gratifying when you have to work for it, and it taught me that the process of improving at something and learning something and working hard at it is what makes games fun, not just the feeling of winning. Mario Kart has meant a lot to me throughout my life, and especially Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in the past couple of years. So when I learned that a new Mario Kart was going to be coming out on the Nintendo Switch 2 console, I was extremely excited. It looked new, different, expansive, with an A, not expensive, though that is also true, and it looked like it could offer something that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe does not. So when the most recent Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2 went live and confirmed everything that I expected and wanted from this game, I knew I was in on this new console from day one. Now, if you guys know me, you know I'm an emotional guy. I'm very honest about the fact that I cry at probably every Pixar movie for one reason or another, but never did I expect to be sitting at my laptop on the day of the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct and watching a trailer for a new Mario Kart game and start feeling tears forming at the corners of my eyes. And maybe it's because it was 6 in the morning and I was sleep deprived, but I think I realized in that moment how much Nintendo and Mario Kart have meant to me throughout my life, especially in the past couple of years. It's given me an escape, it's given me something to look forward to, and it's taught me so much more than I ever could have expected a goofy kids racing game to. And maybe when the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out, Mario Kart World will become the new, most popular, definitive Mario Kart game, and that's okay. But I will always have a special place in my heart for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye. Everything is double in this game! It's double dash!